That's 1, 2, 3. This is like of course, a triple strike that we're seeing from Facebook and all of their messaging apps now taking a leaf out of Snap's book. How harsh is the competition?
It's very harsh, and that's why we think that over the next few years, Snapchat has to continue to invest in R&D, to continue to invest in R&D, to continue to invest in sales and marketing of its products, in order to attain additional users and generate user growth and therefore generate some ad revenues. So it's going to be tough competition for Snap.
Talk to us about that user growth. 158 million daily active users. They seem to be trying to say on the tour, on the IPO lead-up, that perhaps they didn't need to grow that much more thicker and fast because actually it's the penetration, it's the addiction that they already have to the app. Do you buy that? How much do you want to see the daily active user growth?
Well, actually, we want to see that at a much higher rate. And actually, we have modeled it at a much higher rate. So we think that these guys are going to be successful in generating user growth. But in terms of engagement, in terms of interaction and spending time on the app, there's only 24 hours a day, basically, for users to use to be on multiple apps. So when there's engagement on Facebook, on Facebook's other apps, such as, of course, as you mentioned, Messenger and Instagram, it also limits the growth opportunity in terms of engagement on Snapchat.
What about the advertising opportunities? Because sometimes, actually, imitation is the best form of flattery because it vindicates the business model, it vindicates this type of new way of consuming media that perhaps the advertisers, the marketeers would be more attracted to.
It is very attractive. It's a big market, as Snap has mentioned, did mention on the roadshow. It's a very large market. It's growing fast. But the only negative part of it is that basically what we call the larger companies, the behemoths of the online advertising, such as Facebook and Alphabet's Google, they already have the large user base, especially Facebook. And so although we are pretty confident that advertising dollars will flow to Snapchat, given the features that it has and the innovation that it has, and the user data that it can compile, we think still a larger portion of the ad dollars will continue to go to Facebook, somewhat limiting the growth opportunity for Snap.
What about the leadership? Evan Spiegel, many feel that perhaps there's too much, obviously, control by Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy, the fact that there's no shareholder voting rights for those who've just bought into the IPO. But notably, is he the real lead creative in all of this? Does he need someone else to really be a clear number two, comes up with such product innovation that Facebook copies?
Well, I mean, in terms of innovation and in terms of running the company, in terms of having a very an environment that's energized with a lot of motivation, we think he's doing a good job. The rest of that remains to be seen. I mean, basically, this is where disruptive technology can come in at any time and force companies to change their entire strategies. So it remains to be seen how Spiegel will react to that. But yes, in terms of the control of the companies, I mean, they've got the voting rights, and let's put it this way. If there is a potential acquirer of this company and they come in and they bid on Snapchat, or Snap, I should say, it actually creates a lot of doubt in terms of whether Spiegel and Murphy will actually agree to that and agree to be sold. So that could create some problems for shareholders in the future.